What's up, guys? Earl at Sumo Bully Kennels. Happy midweek, happy hump day, happy Wednesday. Got some really exciting news over here at the camp. But before we get into all that, in sumo fashion, I want to give thanks to everyone that's likes, subscribe, follows us, supports our channel. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, tap in. Takes you a second. It's free. Like, subscribe, share. Costs you nothing for us to bring you quality content and really share our journey with you and why we do the things we do and the things that we get into as well, which we hope will reach a lot of people and help you guys, right? So this episode midweek is a very cool announcement, actually. When I get into it, but before that, you see this girl on the yard. Obviously, we picked up another dog, and before we disclose who, what, why, and where, let's pretense this episode so that you guys have an understanding of why we do the things we do, right? If you guys have been following our channel, I'll give you a quick summary if you guys are new. Our yard is centered around three bloodlines, right? That is Markov, Blood, Zion, and the Brazil dogs, Brazil XL bullies or pit monsters, right? Those are the three things that we're working with within our yard. That's the blood we have, and that's what we're going to compose our program around in order to produce some pretty awesome things coming in the future. So Markov, right? Why Markov? Well, Markov is a legendary dog. He's a super producer, has created a lot of these amazing dogs that we are fans of now, who have created offspring who are continuously producing. So to me, in my books, he's a legendary dog. And if you don't know who Markov is, take a moment and do your research. This will not be an episode centered around him. However, we're sharing why he's important to our yard. Another dog that we're a big fan of is King Zion. He's also a super producer. If you don't know who he is as well, I would tell you to do your homework. Understand who King Zion is, what he has produced, and how his productions continues to produce. So those two males right there, we really like those males. The look they're throwing, the phenotype, the genotype they carry, and the strength of that blood that carries over to produce dogs that we enjoy today and dogs that we are a fan of in the past. Lastly, the third pillar of our yard are the Brazilian dogs. Tons of substance with the Brazilian dogs, and I think the right infusion and mixture of Brazilian dogs to American dogs is going to take it to the next level. That is a big part of our vision. There's no secret there. And so our goal is really to find a balance in the mixture and creating the next generation of amazing dogs, right? Starting with what we have on our yard. What do I like about, for example, Zion? Well, he's produced some amazing, really, really bully dogs, awesome phenotype, widespread, very consistent in his production, and his sons continue to perpetuate and pass that along. Markov, the same thing. What do you want me to say? Similar to Zion in that the structure, the muscle, right? The breed type, substance. In terms of the Brazilian dogs, that tight skin, the muscle expression, and then bringing in that hybrid vigor to a lot of these line bred dogs that we have here is really going to be something when it's done correctly at the right ratios. And part of our journey is to understand how to mix and match, understanding their embarks, their coefficient of inbreeding, coefficient of relationship, and really looking back 5, 6, 7, 8 generations to see, the start of that dog and the progression of the bloodline so that we were correctly mixing it to get the result that we want, right? And so now for some exciting news, guys. Happy hump day. Oh, okay. The girl you're seeing on screen right now, we acquired, her name is Lily from K&Q, King and Queens, Lily. She is a Zion and Tetra daughter. So King Zion and Bossy's Tetra daughter. She is also GHB Whopper's Littermate. This is Whopper's direct sister from the same litter. And we have 2 dogs on our yard, 2 daughters of hers already mixed with Mr. Klaus. So, one second here. Let me minimize this. Go to our website. So if you look at Katana, this is the first girl we had interest in right here. This is a Lily production with Mr. Klaus right there. And she's young right now, maybe 8 months. You can see her there, liking what we're seeing. I did a video on her. So there's Lily and Mr. Klaus. There's Bossy's Tetra, Zion right here, Whopper. Here's on our website, you'll see the full Pitpedia link and health test and embark, right? Another female we got, we bargained for one and ended up with 2, is Hershey. Hershey is a chocolate tri. There she is right there. This is probably a 7-month-old picture. So you're seeing her there. Very nice looking girl. This is an American blood, good American blood with good outcross to a Brazilian dog, hybrid dog right here. Right, same thing. She is Katana's full littermate. Katana, who is a fawn. Let me just go back to Katana real quick. She is a fawn tri-carrier, dilute carrier. So depending on what male you pair her up with, you're going to get a spectrum of colors in the rainbow outside of Merle, unless you take her Merle male within the same coefficient of relationship, right? Anyhow, back to it. So those are the 2 girls we got off this girl right here. And if you guys don't know who Whopper is, GHB's Whopper, Gatorhead Bullies Whopper, is an amazing boy. Nice spread, tick, chocolate, tri-male. Big fan of him, and we do plan on using him further down the line in our program. Right? Part of my dogs, guys. So yeah, this is the mother to our 2 girls. And I like Mr. Klaus, but more importantly, I like who Araya took her to. Right, which is this girl right here, Lily, which is Whopper's littermate. Because in having her daughters, I knew who we would breed her daughters to already. But an opportunity came about for us to acquire this girl because I'm a big fan of her blood, her phenotype and genotype. And so there, she's here now at Sumo Bully Kennels. Thanks to Araya for, making this happen with me. And this time around, I did dog transport, Mojib. I used Mojib with Animal Logistics, so big thanks to Mojib of Animal Logistics. She shipped out on a Wednesday and I got her on Thursday, man. What an amazing service. I believe I paid like $7.50 or something like that. They kept in touch with me the whole time. Let me know within an hour when they were coming, and they were on time, on point. Got the girl perfect. Couldn't have been smoother. And so I'll do an episode on that, guys. First time using a dog transport local within the U.S. So that's another episode. Anyhow, some of her other productions, right? So why am I a big fan of this girl is because she produces. So let's go to Insta real quick. And let's search. Let's look for Samba Kennels. Okay, here you go. So let's see here. Let me see, who is this? This is Dulce. This is a Lily daughter off of Klaus. This is Vivi. Look at that girl. This is probably a 7-month-old picture as well. 7.5 in this picture, see? Look at that. Just a very nice outcross with consistent American blood and Brazil blood, right? There's Mr. Klaus, of course, looking handsome and muscled up as usual. Here you go. So the dog on the right is Silva. This is Araya's keeper, off of Mr. Klaus and Lily. And he's only 7.5 months. He's almost as big as Klaus. And if you've ever seen Klaus, he's very impressive. Very muscled up, really throws his look, right? Let's see, who is this? This is, I'm sorry, got my glasses on. This is Tetra. This is Samba's Tetra, man. Probably the best girl in this whole litter, to be honest with you, in my opinion. Actually, probably the best dog in the whole litter, period. Chocolate tri, nice thick bone, good spread on her. It reminds me a lot of a Zion production, of a Whopper production even. Here, so this is, look at the consistency on this, right? So this is Tetra and Dulce next to each other. Tetra is on the right. She's a little bit bigger. But look how amazing these girls are. Just phenomenal, right? And this is what I'm looking at in terms of production, right? So here you go. This is Tetra. 7 months. Look at that. This is behind, you know, the dog fence. No stack, no nothing. Just her natural pose. There you go. There's some more Lily children. Some are not. So you get the point, and this is our girl Hershey right here. In fact, let me see if I got anything on our page on it. Let me just check real quick for you guys. Oh, one more. Here you go. Let's look at this. There's Tetra, Vivi, and Dulce. This, I believe, is Gotti. 7 months, 100 pounds. This is the second pick male off this litter, off the Lily and Klaus litter. Look at him. Very nice. Let's see who else we got here. You've seen those guys already. Let's go to our profile real quick. Sorry guys, I haven't updated pictures. My wife had knee operation, and you know, life happens, right? What are you gonna do? So basically, it's hard to take pictures by yourself and pose the dog or whatever. So, but here's Hershey off that same litter, right? And so I'm a fan of her production. I've seen the production firsthand. I've watched these dogs grow. There you go. That's Katana and Hershey. And this is probably like 6 months old here. And we got 2 girls off that litter. So I'm a fan of Lily. Let's get back to our episode, right? Showing you her productions. So why did we get Lily, right? Her blood is one of the three core pillars in our yard. The reality is this acquisition came about because newsflash, I'm a big fan of Zippo. I mean, big fan of Zippo, right? So we got this girl. Hold on. Before we get into that, let's go to Zip right here on Pitpedia. Let's go to Create Gator Bullies. Look forward to visiting with them whenever the stars align and we can get down there. But I'm a big fan of Zippo. I believe he has a lot of substance. Just very bully, right? One of the males I love out there is Zippo. I love his phenotype. I love his genotype. I love his bloodline. And I'm going to go over that in a minute. His bloodline aligns with everything I have on my yard. So, in essence, we got this girl because I like Zippo. I mean, obviously, I like Lily too in her bloodline, but The main reason why I made a position to acquire her is for the sole purpose of taking her to Zippo. I know, sounds insane, but a person with a vision, I just really needed that. And again, couldn't thank Aria enough for allowing me this opportunity, right? So let's look at Zippo's Pitpedia, and I'll explain to you how it aligns with what we have. Here he is. I believe he's a blue tri. But again, I'm not hung up on color, so he has the substance, and as long as he's not a merle or piebald, it works for me. He's off of Zion and Henny Gorgeous, right? Zion, obviously, if you guys, super producer. He's an Adios son. Prime Yard's Butterscotch is the mother. Show-stopping ace right here. Hatfield's Monster Mutt. Very solid pedigree right here in the second and third generation, right? Here's what's even more important to me than all that. Zippo's mother is Henny Gorgeous, who's off of Goosebump. And Goosebump is a Markov son, right? And I have a lot of Markov on my yard. And so Zippo, of the King Zion sons, genotype and phenotype makes the most sense on my yard, right? Just so happens that there's Markov in this blood. You know, on the second gen is Goosebump, who's the first big son of Markov. Then you got Bossy Stacks. Come on. If you don't know who Bossy Stacks is, take a moment and find out. Bossy Stacks is off of Adios as well. And Butterscotch. Right? You're going to see the same dogs here. You got Ace right here, right? So, in terms of a line bred dog, Bossy Stacks, Zion, there you go. That's what I'm trying to tell you by consistency in pedigree and bloodline. So to me, my number one choice is Zippo because of, not just because he's an amazing dog, but right here. Again, Adios, Ace, right? Butterscotch and Adios made Zion. And guess who made Bossy Stacks? Adios, Butterscotch. So this is a very good line breed, coefficient of inbreeding, of coefficient of relationship, which gives us an amazing dog, Zippo. So Zippo fits on my yard in so many ways, in so many of my females, but my females are young, and he is a half brother to GHB's Whopper, right, who's also off of Zion. That's why Zippo makes sense on my yard, not just because of Zion, but because of also Henny Gorgeous. So the offspring of these dogs fit genetically in my yard. The genetic material that I need in order to keep the consistency that I have acquired, Zippo is a key part of that. And so the reality is, I'm a fan of Lily, but I acquired her really to take her to Zippo, which is, you know, call me crazy, but you know, when you have a vision, you have to follow that vision through, right? So really, yeah, we got Lily to line breed her to Zippo. Zippo on both ends lines up with all the blood we have on our yard. You can't miss with Zippo on my yard. He just lines up genetically, phenotype, and genotype, right? They're both Zion offsprings. I just went over to Pitpedia with you guys. So, see Zion here. Let's just touch on Zion real quick, just so you can see him right there. He's off of Adios, who's a legendary dog as well. So let's get back to Lily here. All right, put her back up there. So what's the grand plan? Now that she's here, well, we're shooting for 1 or 2 breedings. We want to line and breed her back. Obviously, with the first one, we're excited with Zippo because everything aligns with what we got. And I'm a big fan of Zippo. That's why I had to make this acquisition. I'm so impressed by Zippo that I bought an adult female from another kennel just so I can use her to Zippo. Let that sink in, right? That's really having a vision and following it through. Now, understanding the bloodlines that you like, that are consistent, and seeing what material is available out there, that's a big thing, right? The last part is doing good, clean business to make it happen. This is our phase one, before we take out to outcrosses and add, subtract, and correct what we like, what we don't like, so forth and so on, etc. But doing things correctly at first, right? And sometimes it's slower, and you have to take the proper necessary steps so that your Gen 1 hits, and now you can have, some creative freedom, It's really a lot to take in, and I'm hoping this episode sinks in with you guys. For you hardcores, or for you newbies, or casuals, whatever you want to call it, man. Understanding that there's a science to breeding, and just like there's a science to breeding, there is a planning for your business. That's why it's called a business plan. So I want to take a break and say a very, very big thank you to Araya Otama Kennels for allowing me the opportunity to get her so that I can see my vision through. Obrigado. Man, she's just giving me the creative freedom to do what I want with this girl. And the reality is I'd like to have 2 line breeds off her, but if I just get one off Zippo, I'm happy. That was well worth everything I spent and all the time I put into it to get that genetic material on my yard is invaluable to me for the next 5 and 10 years. It's a big thing, guys. It really is. So thank you, Araya. Now, let me take a moment to explain this, guys. Just because Araya is my friend and I bought dogs from her and we have a good working relationship, this dog was not free. This is not a free deal, guys. This is not free 99. To buy an adult dog is an acquisition. And, I'm not just going to sprinkle powder and roses on this thing like it was easy. No, this took some maneuvering, negotiations, agreements, contracts, things like that. I love Araya. I'm sure she loves me too. We're friends. We're also tied in business together of our business plans. But there's no free passes in life, guys. Nothing free is worth anything. So I'm not going to go over what it cost me to get this dog other than the transport out of respect for all parties, right? That's being respectful. But she is here, and I'm very happy that we were able to see eye to eye, negotiate, and agree on terms for me to get this girl, because she's very important for the future of our yard. As you can see, the pedigrees, the genotype, the phenotype, and everything else, right? One thing I'll be clear about is that, a stranger can ask for a discount, right? Common in our industry, common in many industries. But I tell you what, family and friends, where I come from, pay full price. Because you want to support them and see them win. And why would I give you less than what you're worth or what you're asking for if I want to see you succeed? I'll give you your price. Hell, I'll give you more than your price. Because I believe you're worth it. You see what I'm saying? I'll let that one sink in, guys. Again, really quick, guys, for you raw dog people, man, thank you so much, but you are killing me. I am grinding every week now, shipping out food. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're a proponent of raw dog food and an advocate for overall health for the dogs. We believe in it. There's no secret sauce to what we do. We show you all the ingredients. You could do it yourself. Buy a grinder, get a deep freezer. As long as you're doing it, I'm happy. Because ultimately, I want you to put your dollars where it gives you the most return back. And also, obviously, we're in this dog lane where it benefits your dog the most. So, whether you buy from me, you buy from someone else, or you make your own, that's all I want to hear. Because ultimately, I want these dogs to be healthier. You know, I want you to get the most out of your dog, the dog to get the most, give you the best that it can be. And it all starts with nutrition and supplementation, guys. And with that said, in our link is the NuVet thingy. If you rock with NuVet, if you like it, if you want to try it, consider buying it off our link. It helps support us, and we certainly appreciate it. Okay, moving right along. Business plans, guys. I got one more left for the $1,000 early lock-in. If it makes sense for you, if you're a new person, if you are a mid-tier, 2-3 year breeder, maybe you're a long-time breeder and you just need to shake it up and need a different perspective, we have one left at $1,000. And thank you for everyone who has tapped in with us on that. You know, we're here to provide value and help other people. And so after this last $1,000 lock-in, it will go up to $2,500, which would be the regular price. So if you haven't done so and you're interested, cool, do it. If the timing works for you, definitely do it, right? So in terms of that, if you guys have interest, all you have to do is tap in on Instagram. As always, we are pretty responsive on Insta. I prefer to talk privately on Insta versus doing public comments on YouTube, because it really is a one-on-one conversation, guys. And I don't mind hopping on a call. I do it all the time. Yeah, I love the people I've met and become friends with, man. Thank you so much, guys. With the food stuff, with the business plan stuff, just everything that we've been doing, it's pretty cool. So in summary, guys, here we go. Understanding your vision as a yard, right? You have to have core pillars that you build on to achieve your goal, right? If you just buy an outcross dog from camp A, outcross dog from camp B, outcross dog from camp C, with low COI and low COR, coefficient of relationship, and coefficient of inbreeding, what you're doing is you're making it harder for yourself to establish consistency. That's the reality of it, guys. You know, now, can you take an outcross and breed it to an outcross and produce an amazing dog? Absolutely. You absolutely can. The problem is when you want to replicate that dog in any color or size, you got to go back to the lineage. You got to go back to the one dog that you're pursuing in this lineage of pedigree to establish consistency, right? So you hit on one litter and the next litter, you're all over the place. It hurts your product. It hurts your image. It hurts your position. So understanding line breeding, outcrossing, inbreeding, all these things, coefficient of inbreeding, coefficient of relationship, are essential for you to understand as a breeder, so that you know what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish, with a what and how, right? This acquisition is very important and very specific for creating our Gen 1s, right? Fortunately, we had the opportunity to get Lily. If I didn't, I have her daughters that I would have to take back probably to an uncle like Whopper. And then I get that line breed, and then I can outcross it, right? However, getting the mom direct changes the game for me. See what I'm saying? I save myself the time of having to breed back to breed forward. If that makes sense. You know, fortunately, Zippo is here, and he's available. And not only is he available, but man, Greater Bully, shouts out to you for really showing that boy. And you know what? You won me over, man. I'm a fan. I hope to become your friend. I hope to meet up with you one day outside of just our phone conversations and DMs, right? Very good person, very straightforward person to talk to as well. So thank you for being a stand-up guy. This is what I mean when I say I'm a fan of a lot of dogs, a lot of camps, a lot of people out there, breeders. Because I am, you know, I'm a breeder myself. However, that doesn't stop me from being a fan of other people. we all have different visions, and other people will be a fan of you, a fan of me, or a fan of us both. The marketplace is huge. And so I believe that doing clean work and collaborations is necessary. You can't do all this by yourself. You're going to need to bring in some blood. And the more awesome relationships you build and bridges you build to connect with people where it's mutually beneficial is key for your yard and for someone else's yard. And at the end of the day, whoever likes that production and buys it is going to win. And that's a win-win-win. And that's ultimately our vision as Sumo Bully Kennels, right? So, in order to create and innovate, you have to establish a baseline for your yard, guys, right? So I'm just wrapping up what we did, why we did it, understanding your recipe, what's available out there, right? And what's the key to create your process. We all like similar and different things, in dogs, and there's nothing wrong with that. A key thing is learning how to maneuver in the industry is key to your success, to make genuine connections with people, right? Whether we become friends or not, if we just become business associates and we both do clean business, that's cool. That's a relationship, right? I ask you for A, you provide me with B. The payment is C. We work, we're clean, timely manner. If we don't become friends, that's okay. However, we are business associates, right? There's a relationship there that we have to establish. That's what I'm trying to point out. I reached out to Greater Bullies, and we have talked on the phone, and I will be locking this breeding in very soon. However, me as a person, for my camp, I have to go through the regular steps of health testing Lily, because I respect my own process, guys. That's very important to me. That is not a shot at anybody at all. It's how I do things. It's who I am. So even though I know this girl is fertile, she has been bred, she is a producer, she comes from good blood and everything else, that does not stop me from taking my own steps for my own security and peace of mind to health test her and everything else, because I have to honor who I am, right? As a breeder and as a friend. You can call me crazy, you can call me a lot of things. However, this is what works for me, and therefore I have to always be true to myself as always. With that said, guys, super excited to get her. K&Q's Lily, Whopper's Littermate, a Zion daughter. And I'm putting it out there right now. We're taking her to Zippo. Super excited for this line breeding. I went through the peds. I went through everything of why. And we're sharing it. If you guys have early interest in this, just message me. Real simple, She should be going in the heat April. We're in March right now. So I'm getting her health tested in the next week or two, making sure she's all good. She's eating that raw. She's hitting that NuVet over here, just getting her up to snuff, up to our standard. And we're looking for her to go to heat sometime in April, if not early May. But I think it's going to be April, to be honest. But we're taking her to Zippo. So early interest, guys, go ahead and hit me up. This is going to be a good one, promise. Firecracker, right? I'm a fan of this breeding, and I only am going to breed things that I'm a fan of. That's how I feel. That's what I'm going to do. It's my choice. It's my camp. So from the Sumo Bully family, thank you for everyone who has supported our journey, liked, subscribed, and everything else, and have commented. We've received so much amazing messages, and I'm going to do an episode where I share some of these messages that I get from you guys, because it's truly heartfelt, and it's very humbling as well to know that you're appreciated and that you've helped somebody. It can sometimes feel bigger than us as a camp of what we're doing. So thank you so much, guys. Really genuinely appreciate that. We look forward to connecting with you and everyone at some point, to be honest. midweek announcements. So we got this girl, and we're doing a repeat breeding of Fortuna in June, but that's another episode, guys. So with that said, Earl at Sumo Bully Kennels, checking out midweek. Happy hump day. Peace.